Hey everyone, Planet Oz here, and I think it's time for me to officially admit that I'm going through some kind of midlife crisis because recently I've turned to doing some blogging, and now I came up with the genius idea of doing a little bit of vlogging as well. I think with my obvious natural beauty that the camera is the way forward for me. With my obvious charm and all the excellent attributes that I have, I thought this is maybe something that I could do successfully. Time will tell. I have a sneaking suspicion that I may suck a really big one. But hey, you don't know until you try. So today's date is let me just check my fancy watch, which is not working so fancy like. So I click this button. Today's date is the 30th of August, which means if you're a football fan, we're into the last 2 days of the transfer window. Lots going on, and I wanted to have a little bit of a chat about it now and give my thoughts. I'll start obviously with Liverpool fans. If I just move quickly, you'll see that my office is stained with some Liverpool memorabilia. I'm a huge fan. What can I say? I absolutely love it. I need Liverpool around me at all times. But from a Liverpool's perspective, transfer news, obviously at the moment, Philippe Coutinho, will he go, will he stay? Lots of rumors coming from the Spanish press, mostly, that deals have been agreed and he's going to go and the clubs are talking. From everything that's been said coming out of Liverpool, not the case at all. He is still going to stay, according to Liverpool, and that is even according to a tweet sent by the CEO of Liverpool, I think late yesterday. No negotiations are going on, but hey, you can never tell 100%. There's still a possibility that by tomorrow, if the right deal comes in, Liverpool may sell Coutinho. I think it would be stupid considering all the crap they've said throughout the summer. No way he's going, no price, all this kind of stuff. But I think, you have to be realistic about these things. The boy probably doesn't want to play for the club anymore. Yes, if he stays, I'm sure he'll knuckle down and do a good year's work. But you can't keep someone that really doesn't want to be there. So if the right price comes in, perhaps they'll sell him. But I'm a little bit old-fashioned, and I'm not really excited about the way the football world has gone recently. So in my opinion, just to send a message, even if it's for just 12 months, it would be great to see Liverpool keep him. Will it happen? Got no idea. Transfer window is a crazy beast of its own, and we'll know for sure by Friday morning, so late Thursday night. Other Liverpool news, Thomas Lamour, Monaco midfielder. Didn't know an awful lot about him before last year, or last season at least. Very talented young player. Apparently, allegedly, Liverpool officials are in France, in Monaco, Monaco isn't exactly France. I don't know how that works. My geography sucks. But Monaco, yeah, they're in Monaco. They're negotiating a deal for Thomas Lamour somewhere in the region of between 75 and 90 million pounds sterling. I don't know, that's a lot of money. I believe he's a very, very good player. He's 21 years old, so the upside is huge. I think he's going to be brought to play in a midfield role rather than one of the front three. He could probably play both at different times, but I would assume he may even be the natural successor for Philippe Coutinho. So that's an interesting one. It looks good that it may happen, but you never know, because Monaco have also said they don't want to sell any more players after they've sold pretty much half of their squad, their title-winning squad of last season. So that should be interesting to keep an eye on. Thomas Lamour to Liverpool. I really want it to happen. I like this kid. I think he's a sharp player. Good feet. Smart player as well. Quick. He's got a good eye for a good ball through, and as well can finish. So I think he'd be a good player. But we have to wait and see if that's going to happen. Chamberlain. Yesterday the news broke that Chelsea had agreed a fee for the player. This morning it sort of arrived. No official word. But of course through the rumor mill that he had rejected the chance to join Chelsea because he wants to join Liverpool. Will Liverpool buy him? I believe they want him. Do they want both Ox and Lamour? Not so sure. Do they need both? Not so sure. It'd be great. I mean, if we could be smart like United and Chelsea and Man City and have too many players, too many quality players for once, instead of every time an injury comes along, we're screwed. So that would be really, really great to see us getting both in. I don't think we will. I would be surprised if both players arrive. I think one of them will, either or. But it would be really great to see both of those coming in. It would be a big, big statement from Liverpool. But, you know, being a Liverpool fan, as always, skeptical first, optimistic like fifth. What's his name? Van Dijk. Virgil van Dijk. I don't know. All the rumours also, you know, obviously Liverpool screwed up big time as usual when they approached him earlier on in the summer. It was really stupid. I mean, it happens all over the place, but Liverpool were like in your face about it, and it obviously pissed Southampton off. Will we get him before tomorrow? I don't know. There's not enough chatter for me to suggest that it's going to happen. I think Southampton will dig their heels in. I would love it if he came. He's a great player, and it's really what Liverpool needs right now. But it's going to be tough, I think, considering Southampton's stance. I think considering the amount of money that has to be discussed, it will be difficult to get it done by tomorrow. But hey, we can always dream, right? And that's what Liverpool fans are mostly known for, especially the last 26 or 7 years at least. Okay, let's get off Liverpool. Let's talk Man City, going in for Alexis Sanchez, who is an awesome player, of course, in the last year of his contract with Arsenal. Will Arsenal let him go? They'd be absolutely ridiculously stupid not to. He's obviously not going to sign another contract. So get whatever you can and run. That's all you can do. I think Arsenal are very much in a transitional phase now. They're not going to challenge for anything this year. I'd be very, very surprised looking at the way that they've started the season and the way things are at the club. So I would cut and run. It's going to be difficult to get other players in before the end of the transfer window. But you know, again, it's not in a good place, Arsenal. But again, there's no point in keeping a player if you can get 50 million for him with 1 year left on his contract. So I would expect Sanchez to leave probably to Man City, which will make Man City even more awesome than they already are. It was rumored that Arsenal wanted Raheem Sterling as a part of the deal, either a direct swap or Arsenal would have to give some cash or vice versa. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. Why would you go to Arsenal if you were Raheem Sterling? I know he's a London boy, but playing with Man City in the Champions League, I'm sure he's got a pretty good wage packet. And I think Guardiola likes him. I'm surprised that Man City even thought of the idea or offered him up as a part of any deal. But it looks like he's going to stay anyway, Sterling, so it's just going to be a cash deal if that happens. What other rumours on Arsenal am I hearing? Not an awful lot. Kieran Gibbs, not that anybody cares, but Kieran Gibbs left for West Brom this morning in a £7 million deal. Lacazette's a really good player, so if Arsene decides to play him once in a while, he's going to get goals for sure. I like Olivier Giroud. The fact that he doesn't give Giroud more time on the pitch, I think is a mistake. Whenever Giroud's on, he scores pretty much all the time. So big mistake where Arsenal is lacking, in my opinion, midfield. Ozil doesn't give a goddamn about anything. He may pretend, but he's lazy. I mean, seriously lazy. Talented player, but lazy. I see nothing else in that midfield. You know, players like El Nani and what's that other crazy dude's name? The guy that goes in 2-footed half the time. Forgot his name, but you know who I'm talking about. These guys are not going to cut it for Arsenal. They're not going to take them forward. They need bigger names in that midfield. And defense is not exactly great at all either. So Arsenal's a bit of a disaster. I'd rather move on. Let's not talk about Arsenal. It's too depressing, all right? Sorry, Gooners. Man United, probably favourites or one of the top two favourites for the title. We all know how much I dislike the club overall, Man United. It's a natural rivalry. However, I applaud what they've done under Mourinho in the past 12, 13 months or whatever it is. They've bought really, really sensibly in the summer. Lukaku is not a player that I rate greatly in terms of in the top players in the world. However, he is an absolute perfect fit for Manchester United and Mourinho's style of play. So he's going to get a lot of goals. The signing of Matic from Chelsea, absolute genius, because now Pogba can go on and create some havoc in the final third, which he will do. So Man United looking good for the season. If I had to lay down some money right now, it would certainly be on any one of the Manchester teams to win the title. There was rumours about them trying to get Bale in the last couple of days. I think if Man United actually did get Gareth Bale, I'd give up watching football because I think they'd win the title for sure. But I don't think he's going to leave. I think Gareth Bale has a true love for Real Madrid. There's something there. And I think Zinedine Zidane also has faith in Gareth Bale as well. Maybe the fans don't. There were some rumours of booing over the weekend at Gareth Bale from the Madrid fans. But I think it's very unlikely that you're going to see Gareth Bale anywhere other than Real Madrid for this coming season. Maybe the season after, but I don't think he'll move this season. Who else? Okay, Chelsea. Yeah, there's been a lot of weirdness. Costa's going to go, right? I mean, Diego Costa, can he stay at Chelsea? No, he won't. The problem is, will they be able to get rid of him before tomorrow? Atletico Madrid have this transfer embargo, which is in effect until January. They're looking at replacements already. I think Fernando Llorente is close from Swansea. Is he at Swansea? Yeah. Decent player, will do a job for Conte, for sure. I think Chelsea have bought well as well. Morata, I like him. Good player. He'll get goals as well. Bakayoko, solid player. And even Rudiger is a very, very good player. Eden Hazard is a problem, though. If he's not playing for you, you really lack something. He's without a doubt Chelsea's most important player. So, be interesting to see who they buy. I think they'll buy it. They'll try and buy a couple of players before the transfer window closes. On the smaller clubs, sorry, that's going to piss off a few people. West Ham have started off in a disaster. I heard this morning. I follow a lot of news sources and radio sources and so forth. I heard that they will not be buying any more players. The focus right now is on gelling the team that they have. Slaven Bilic not had a good start to the season. He's under a crap load of pressure and could be the first manager to get the sack. But he's good. I think he'll have at least another month in charge. They've been a bit unlucky with injuries as well, but I think it's obvious to see that they've gone backwards over the past couple of years. Yeah, they finished 11th last year, I know. But they had a late run to get them to that 11th spot. And it just seems that there's something not right. You know, I don't think Bilic plays players in their natural positions. I don't think there's that confidence that he's a winner and somebody's going to take them somewhere. It just seems to be a bit off. So, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see. I don't think West Ham will get relegated. I think they're too strong for that. But, yeah, certainly things are not happy there at the moment. Italian football, the German player from Schalke, Guedes, I think he's going to be signing for Juve in the next day or two. So that should be interesting. There's never a lot of information coming out of Italy unless you look really closely. You have to find the right websites or listen to the right people. But not much happening in Italy. You'd expect a lot of the clubs got their business done early on. So like Inter and AC Milan. So I expect that nothing much will happen, but I'm sure a couple of deals. Napoli are looking for a goalkeeper for sure. Juventus were looking for this central defender, which I'm sure is going to be sealed pretty soon. So that's interesting. Spain, obviously Barcelona is the one looking mostly for players since they lost Neymar and paid that ridiculous amount for Dembele. The world's gone mad, I tell you. Goddamn crazy. But I expect Barca will get at least one or two more players. Whether it will be Coutinho or somebody else, we'll find out. I think for now I'll stop boring the out of you with my football jargon. Don't forget the blog is Planet Oz. If you go onto WordPress or if you look at my timeline on Facebook, you'll find links to the blog. I'm using hashtag Planet Oz thanks to my good friend Jay, who coined the phrase for me. Also at The Real Planet Oz for any of your Twitter remarks. Always good to hear from you. I think I'll probably try and do another report like this late tomorrow after the transfer window, or maybe on Friday with regards to some transfers and stuff. Hoped you liked it. Try not to get too excited by this extremely beautiful face. Don't forget the Big Breakfast on XFM with myself and Jay. Always have fun doing that. And if there's ever any topics you would like to hear the Ozman discuss, or Planet Oz discuss, do not be afraid to let me know. Let me try that again. Do not be afraid to let me know. I certainly don't have much of a problem giving my honest opinion on most things. Thanks for listening. Let's hope that Liverpool have a great season and Man United have a terrible one, and nobody really cares about Chelsea. Peace.